I'm not leaving you. I'm just not streaming at the end of the year. You guys will get over it fast. Don't worry about it. Yeah, this is not the last stream. No, it's at the end of the year. No, they definitely watched the movie. It's they had to draw the kids in. You know what I mean? Valleys and zombies apparently were the big thing back in the 40s. Ford tough, maybe not. Really pulls you in with dramatic orchestral music, huh? Nice flourish for a 3-foot jump. Would you go see Rufus Maynard, MD? If she's part of the package, yes. Yes. Even the door gets its own music. Sorry, music is manipulating us. Don't fall for it.
Just what I needed to make me a well man.
Terry Evans, if you ever do that again, I'll chloroform you, so help me.
Ooh.
Remember, it is the duty of a nurse to give a man the kind of medicine he needs to make him well.
It's not the medicine.
Poison.
It's the method of application.
Oh, very well. I think I can stand another dose. Let's have a demonstration of your method.
No, believe me, when we all get to 500, we're all going to be like, finally.
Oh, hello, Dr. Maynard.
Does this guy have a job?
Well, I got through sooner than I expected. I came back to take care of a few things.
I see. Well, if you can postpone taking for a few minutes.
I don't, it hasn't occurred to me, really.
Yes, sir.
I think 500 is a really good number, and pretty much covered a whole lot of movies at that point, over 5 years.
It's happened again.
Let's just enjoy what we have right now and through the end of the
I can't
year.
understand it. Why would anybody want to steal blood?
I don't know. But I'm going to report the matter to the police in the morning.
It's a Red Cross.
I want you to put a lock on that refrigerator.
Yes, sir.
Well, I guess that's all.
You know, we should do that at, like, work-related stuff, you know, to save each other's food.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to let you handle that McDonald case by yourself.
Oh, dare I?
That's a pretty delicate operation.
Have you any doubt about performing it?
This doctor is part of the police force? What?
Neither have I.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, sir. Good night,
Does he run the government, too? Like, a doctor saying, I want you to work on that case. Let's see. I could do martial law or shut down a city. I'll just go get a sandwich. Does he always work in the dark like that? Oh, you need a proctologist.
What can I do for you?
My wants are simple, Dr. Maynard.
Uh-oh.
Very simple.
A refill? No?
Blood.
Well, this is direct.
Blood?
What's that?
That's a strange request.
I'm a strange man, Doctor.
Blood. Humans, oil. Yeah, see me?
Don't you remember me?
Your face is familiar,
Senior prom?
but I can't place you.
Your choice of words is ironic, Doctor. 5 years ago, you placed me in the Brookdale Mental Institute.
But it was for fun.
Wasn't insane. But who'd listen to me after Rufus Maynard, the great brain specialist, had given his learned opinion?
He's a brain specialist who can just commit people?
You still don't recognize me?
No. Yeah, I sent you this Christmas card.
My card.
See, it was a card.
Merks. Orman Merks.
I see that refreshes your memory. Takes you back 4 years, doesn't it?
He said 5.
Right, Dr. Garland, the house physician, rushed me here from the institute.
Oh, doodly, 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 doodly. That nurse got old in the flashback. Did you take the needle off of it? Oh, time for a shave. I've seen that guy before. Oh, you can do better than that. Come on. No, that's not going to work. He failed the bag exam. Yeah, everything's so dark. Yeah, we should be waiting on the thunder.
No use.
He died last night to the sound of thunder.
I can't understand it. Except for a pathological brain disorder, he seems physically sound.
He was physically sound, in perfect health.
Except he's dead, so
make
not
sense.
really that perfect.
There are a lot of things about Merckx that don't make sense. For example, why did he continually ask for blood transfusions?
It was a fixation with him. And the main reason I had him committed to your institution, he seemed to feel that periodic transfusions would guarantee him a kind of immortality.
You think there's anything in it?
Nonsense.
A little blood goes a long way.
I can't help thinking that Merckx kept hidden some phase of his case history.
Perhaps the autopsy will...
Impossible. He must have had a premonition of his death. Just this morning, he gave instructions.
You know, he's not going to
to
pass code with all those wrinkles on that shirt
on their
sleeve.
estate at Greenwood Knoll.
Well, then I guess the case is closed.
And so is this flashback.
But you were wrong, Doctor.
Oh,
The case
boy.
was not closed.
Ah,
I saw your body. I examined you. You were dead.
Unfortunately, one who has confined his studies to the problems of the living is not in a position to judge. To you, death is merely an absence of life.
he's monologuing. Club him over the head.
Immediate stage.
Jump out the window.
That is where we disagree. For I have discovered a world in between. A world of living death.
Dave Matthews Band music?
My former profession, death was an everyday occurrence to me. I began to
He
wonder,
does drone on, doesn't he?
would it be possible for a man to appear to be dead and still be alive? The thought fascinated me. It became an obsession.
I get that way when I
Gave
watch
up everything to
infomercials.
find the answer. And at last,
Imagination,
in the land of
imagination.
who writes at devil potions, where your profession has no place. The Valley of the Zombies.
Uh-huh.
You seem skeptical, Doctor. So was I.
So he's doing all this evil in the beautiful parts of San Fernando Valley of the Zombies. Gotcha.
If you... No. Well, I don't blame you. Well, once you've taken it, there's only one thing that will counteract its effect.
Vaping.
Blood.
So it was you who have been stealing it.
Indirect.
No.
And now I'm here for some more. Quickly. There's no time to lose.
Just let him die. I
I'll
mean,
phone the hospital at once and have them...
Hospital. And have my affliction publicized in the newspapers and medical journals.
mm-hmm.
To be exhibited as some strange monstrosity before an amphitheater
Just
of
don't give him the
crying
fix.
experimentalists. Never.
But I have no blood your type here.
You wouldn't lie.
Oh, you're my type.
You can see for yourself. The supplies in the treatment room.
Then I'll have to take yours. I happen to know we're the same type. You'll have the pleasure of contributing to the cause of science. And I'll have the satisfaction I've been waiting for so long.
Just stand there and let yourself get killed. He died before he could have his supper. Oh. You know, he's got to wear the cape and the top hat. I mean, it's kind of standard evil mastermind, you know, garb. Oh yeah, I have popcorn I could be eating right now. Yeah, dill pickle flavored popcorn. Mm-mm-mm.
Ormond.
So my dear brother has finally gotten around to thinking about me.
Wait.
Why are you here?
Why shouldn't I be when you fail me?
I haven't failed you. Dr. Maynard was becoming suspicious. I had to wait for an opportunity. But you'd have got it tonight.
Would I? And where would you get it? There's none of my type here.
This is your type. I put it in this container to fool Dr. Maynard.
Aha.
Why, what's so funny?
I was just thinking how well you fooled him.
So how did he get all of his blood? Only
Dr.
lights.
Maynard. What have you done to him?
Need you ask?
When I agreed to help, you gave me a word that there'd be none of this.
Hey, Steve.
When I need blood, I must have it.
But not
There
this way.
are no zombies and there's no valley.
All right,
So-
then I'm through. For years, I've sacrificed everything for you. I've taken one job after another, stealing like a common thief. But I'm not going to do it any longer.
I quit.
Give me the police.
I'd think twice if I were you, dear brother. Remember, you're implicated in this also.
I'll tell him that you kept me under a hypnotic spell.
For 4 years?
So they don't believe me. I don't care. I'm not going to be a party to murder. I'll put you back in the grave where you belong.
Pass on the murder party, you know? You have terrible, terrible dip.
Police department.
Generic police department.
Police department. Police department, hello.
You're going to put me in my grave.
Is that a question or a statement? Free-range zombies, I think, Steve. Yeah. You can lop off their heads with confidence. There'll be some wrangling in the second movie, though.
What do you suppose he was doing?
Well, he wasn't digging potatoes. I'd better call headquarters.
What? Wasn't digging potatoes, huh? Okay.
Car 60 calling headquarters.
Go ahead, car 60.
This is Tiny. We're at the old Greenwood Knoll Cemetery. We just surprised
Tiny?
the guy
That's
trying
his
to
call
plant the dead.
sign?
It looks like a job for the coroner. RPC.
Okay, stand by.
And stock footage is there.
The fellow over in the gas station heard the guy digging and called us. When we got here, he took it on the limb.
Did you take a look around?
Yeah, but there was no dice in this jungle.
What kind of a guy was he?
Tall, kind of skinny, wore a long black coat and hat. We were too far away to see his face.
Well, it wasn't robbery because here's his billfold with money in it.
Oh, money.
Rufus
Well, what the hell's
Maynard,
like?
MD, 1609 Terminal Building.
Hey, I've heard. Henry's a
Terminal
big
building.
brain
Huh.
specialist.
You know he's dead.
Have you figured
so-
out yet what killed him, Doc?
Strangulation by somebody with a pair of strong hands.
How long has he been dead?
I can't tell.
Doctor's
What's the matter?
dead,
Is it a secret?
murdered,
The body's
and some
been
zombies
expertly
responsible.
Embalmed.
That's the work of an undertaker, isn't it?
Yes, but anyone with a knowledge of medicine could do it.
Well, this is something to work on.
Medicine.
Let's
mean
go
like
over to Dr.
ass
Maynard's
aspirin
office
or
and see if we can pick up a clue that will lead us
Tylenol?
to this peculiar party that has a passion for pickling.
Ooh. Like dill pickle popcorn. Yeah, passion for pickling. He has a plethora of passion for pickling.
Wait a minute.
This movie's so cheap it's preserving electricity.
What is it?
There's a body on the table.
Maybe they got it.
Could be a buffet. Yeah.
Susan, what is this, a holdup?
No, we're detectives from the Homicide Bureau. Who are you?
I'm Dr.
Put your damn guns away.
Who are you and what are you doing on this table?
Well, I was taking a nap while the doctor was working. I'm Susan Drake.
It's a funny place to take a nap, isn't it?
I'm a nurse, and I'm a
I often
nurse.
use it.
Oh, you come here quite often, huh?
Yes, I do. I'm one of the doctor's nurses.
Look, why all the questions? How'd you get in here? What's this all about?
Are you sure you don't know?
Know what?
When did you see Dr. Maynard last?
Well, about 8 o'clock when we left the office.
Who was we?
Miss Drake, Fred Mays, the chemist, and myself.
Is there anything wrong with Dr. Maynard?
Nothing that a little strangling and a shot of embalming fluid didn't cure.
You don't mean he's dead?
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Found his body about an hour ago in the old Greenwood Knoll Cemetery.
You said he was
Kool-Aid Man
embalmed?
didn't bust through the wall.
Yes. And professionally.
And the man in the black overcoat was trying to bury him.
Did you catch him?
No, but we will.
They wouldn't be there if
Where
they
did
caught
you go when
him.
you left here at 8 o'clock?
Well, Miss Drake and I went to the community hospital. I have a patient there in a critical condition.
Where did you go from there and what time?
Miss Drake's home for dinner about 8:45, I'd say. Came back here about 10. I had some tests to make.
Do you know where I can find this Fred Mays?
Well, he lives at the Eastern Hotel.
Have you any idea who killed Dr. Maynard?
Not the slightest.
There was a long line. Yeah, he's
We'll be
dead,
seeing you
Jim.
later. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Terry, I think those detectives suspect us.
Naturally, it's their business to suspect everyone until they find the murderer.
Dr. Ming.
No one even pointed the finger at the cleaning lady.
I can't believe it.
That's quite a jolt. You know, I was wondering if there could be any connection between his death and the missing blood.
No.
Whoever stole that blood could have come back here to steal some more and been surprised by Dr. Maynard.
Let's see if any more is missing. Everyone seemed to like Dr. Maynard, so I can't imagine who would want to kill him.
It's all gone. All of it gone. Wow.
Oh!
It's Fred.
Oh, Fred.
Give me a hand, Susan. What's the matter? Nurse afraid of a body?
No,
Right.
I just don't care for the way it was presented. Remind me not to look in my icebox when I get home.
Why are they cracking jokes? There's a dead man on the floor.
He's been embalmed, too.
First Dr. Maynard, now Fred. Who's going to be next, Terry?
That's what I'm wondering.
We'd better call the police.
No, wait a minute. Let's not be in a hurry about this. I think...
I had a hunch it would pay us to drop back here.
Uh-huh.
If this guy sits up and screams, I'll turn in my badge.
No.
Moments later, he sat up and screamed.
No.
Yes.
No. No. For the millionth time, no. I had nothing to do with
This
killing
movie
Dr.
hates light.
Maynard, Fred Mays, or anybody else.
Floating Head presents...
You're more stubborn than my wife. Questioning you is like riding a merry-go-round all night. You wind up where you start.
You mean the ride's over?
Not by a jugful.
Stop the music. You go deep, and I'll throw the ball along to you. You'll score. Easy.
Hey, where do you think you are?
I know where I wish you were.
Why, I oughta...
I could go for some of that coffee myself.
Until you say yes.
Steve.
All right. Yes.
Yes, what?
Yes, I'd like some coffee.
Norm! Oh, wait a minute.
Well, you can quit your stalling now, sister, and tell us the truth. Your boyfriend's just confessed.
He has?
Yes, we got it all down here in black and white.
Is that so? Well, whatever Dr. Evans says he did, I helped him.
You're pretty smart, aren't you?
Ah, see? Lies.
Bring him in.
Well, good morning, nurse. And how are all your patients?
A little frayed, I'm afraid.
Listen, you two. Suspicion of murder is a pretty serious charge. And we're going to hold you two until we...
No, it tries to be everything, really, and it fails at most things.
Get anything out of them?
No, not yet. But we will. The motive isn't natural. She's his girl. He was Dr. Maynard's associate. He bumped off the doctor to take over his rich clientele. The chemist was wise, so they bumped him off, too.
They've been in custody since midnight, haven't they?
12:15.
Wow, really?
You know, we're about, what,
Chief, you-
almost half hour into the movie, and we haven't seen a zombie or a valley?
The body of a cab driver neatly embalmed.
We did see kind of a nighttime Sylvan Glen, but not really a valley.
Another one? But that's nothing to let him loose on. They probably put him there himself. That's it. They hired the guy to drive him over to the graveyard. Then they bumped him off so he wouldn't talk. And then they parked his gun.
The cab was left there less than an hour ago.
Yeah, but he could have had an accomplice, couldn't he?
That's why I say, let him go.
Oh.
Remember, back in 1946, audiences were really quite milquetoast.
I just convinced the inspector that you were innocent. You can go now.
Go.
This is probably
But you
absolutely
just said-
terrifying
I said you can
that people will
go.
be stealing
But
blood.
I don't understand. You just said that...
Look,
I do
I've been
declare.
arguing with you for 8 hours, and I'm tired of it. Either you go or I will.
Isn't that too bad? We were just beginning to enjoy it here, too. Come on, Susan.
I had a feeling he was about as sharp as a sack of wet mice.
Well, goodbye, gentlemen. If you ever need a shot of embalming fluid, Come up and see me sometime.
Ooh, Mae West. Don't ever do that again. Well, pastrami sandwiches all around.
You know, a man has to be in jail before he appreciates what it means to open doors for himself.
You said it. I'm certainly glad they're through with us.
I'm not so sure they are.
Why?
The police are not freeing suspects in an unsolved murder case without a good reason.
Murder.
It might be a trick on their part to give us a little more rope before they hang us with it.
You mean unless they find the killer, we're the most likely candidates to succeed?
Mm-hmm. That's the general idea, so it behooves us to do everything in our power to clear ourselves.
Do they even like the doctor? I mean, really?
Oh,
Ever heard of that
fine.
before? Okay. I heard it from Foghorn Leghorn,
Well,
so.
to call the hospital, the phone's dead.
Dying is getting to be a habit around here.
Hey,
I didn't make that up.
No wonder the cord's broken.
it's been pulled out.
Well, how do you suppose that happened?
Somebody
Well,
pulled
could
it.
have happened in a struggle.
Nothing else seems to be disturbed.
Well, it was no accident because the ends were stuffed neatly back into the bell box.
What's this record card doing in the wastebasket?
Somebody wanted to throw it away.
Nature of disorder. Abnormal pressure on the fourth ventricle.
I don't know about
resulting
that,
in manic
Steve.
depressive insanity.
Committed to Brookdale Mental Institute, October the 18th, 1939. Hey, maybe he's the murderer, an escaped lunatic.
You can just show it to us so I can read it by myself.
Died June 12th, 1941.
The past.
For a minute, I thought we had something there.
So did I. Must have fallen off the desk. I'll put it back in the file. Terry, listen to this. Body interred in mausoleum on family estate at Greenwood Knoll.
Well, once they're dead, what difference does it make where they put them?
But that graveyard where
Ooh.
Dr. Maynard was found is at Greenwood Knoll.
Hey, that's right. Maybe this card has something to do with the case after all. We have to go to the hospital right now, but when we're through, we are going to pay a little visit to the Merck's estate.
Oh, no, we are not. This is something for the police to handle.
Why, the police will laugh at evidence like this. Don't forget, we're #1 on their hate parade.
But, Terry, I'm no good at playing detective. I scare too easy. Oh!
Well, while you're there, right in front of the doctor's chair. They suck. I hope they fail.
I still think we should let
Yeah,
the
that
police
rock
handle
music
this.
was getting in the
If
way
we
of
go
your
crawling around
enjoyment.
some
Turn
strange
that
place,
down.
We're liable to get in trouble.
And we're liable to solve a mystery, too.
You know, I think you're a frustrated detective.
I am. When I was a kid, it was my great ambition. I saved up 150 bottle caps once to get a badge. Now we'll see whether I miss my calling.
Heaven help me.
Oh, eat your heart out, Nick and Nora Charles.
Special bulletin. Dr. Lucifer Garland,
Yeah, it's that valley.
at the Brookdale Mental Institute, has disappeared under strange
Dr.
circumstances.
Garland.
If anyone has any knowledge of his whereabouts, please get in touch with the police department at once.
Whatever the police department that's just nearest you.
Of medium
Whatever.
height, dark hair, and weighs 160 pounds.
Which is
When
45%
last
the entire
seen, he was wearing
population.
a dark suit, white shirt, blue tie, black shoes, and socks. We
Standard
repeat,
issue.
Please communicate with the police department immediately if you have any information concerning Dr. Garland's whereabouts.
There's a connection between all this somewhere.
And it's not a good one either. Look, Susan, when we get there, you better drop me off and go on back to town.
And leave you alone.
Well, there's no
You
telling
drive
what I
down
might
enough
run into.
rear
Well, we might
projection
have to
roads,
try.
you're going to find
You
some
might
answers.
need help, and I'm good at screaming.
He hasn't
There's a
figured
Greenwood
that
Knoll
out
gas
yet.
station. We'd better drive in there and find out where the Merck's place is.
Let's narrate everything we do for the audience, who we don't believe is actually there.
Well, there doesn't seem to be anybody around.
There's a man under that car.
It's 11:45 at night. People go to bed at like 6.
Good evening. Good evening.
Gas station's closed.
I don't want any gas, just a little information. Could you tell me where the old Merck's estate is?
Merck's estate. There's no one living there. Hasn't been for 5 years.
Yep, he's under the
Well,
car there.
If you don't mind, I'd still like to know where it is.
Interested in buying?
Yes.
It's on the street back to gas station, joining the cemetery. Turnoff's about a half mile up the road. It's easy to miss. Better leave your car here, cut through the lot.
Okay, thanks. Well, you still want to go?
No, but I'm going.
All right.
You're going to walk? They could drive. I mean, got a car. Let me guess. This is the guy, the bad guy. Uh-huh. You're all doomed. They walk 5 miles and they could have driven it. Yeah, they just turn around and just go back home. Let's go back to war. Go back to
Really
Europe.
not in the mood.
Locked.
Maybe we can't get in, I hope.
There's a pedestrian gate.
Let's go pedestrate, shall we?
My dear?
How about some of that flashlight?
No, nothing doing. If there's anything in there, we want to sneak up on it.
Yeah, we don't want to see the movie at all. We just want to hear the movie, like we're closing our eyes at a basketball game. Just squeaks. That's all it is. Ah! Was he crouching? Was he squatting back there? Cover that up or do something to it. It's gonna stink the whole yard up. Yep, big old black split screen. Just it lets you use your imagination. Movie that's got as much detail as a blackboard.
What are you going this way for? The house is over there.
A good detective always cases the joint first.
What did you say?
He always looks the ground over first so he won't fall on a trap.
Harry!
I'm all right. Give me a hand.
Oh! Well, that's one way of finding traps.
Yeah, it must be a
Stay home.
compost pit where they make fertilizer.
Oh, you better watch your step or they'll be making fertilizer out of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a very good drinking game movie. You know, you can't say like whenever you see a valley or a zombie because
My heart pounding.
you won't have a buzz at all.
Came from over there somewhere. Now stay close to me.
If I get any closer, we'll both be wearing the same shoes.
That's actually pretty funny. This movie could be somebody's fertilizer. This is kind of like an idea of a movie. You know, like if somebody... This is like you've heard, I don't know, heard the description before, but it's kind of like if somebody were describing how to make a movie to an alien, or an alien trying to describe to another alien what making movie is like. This is it.
Probably scared it as much as it scared us.
If we did, some farmer's going to get curdled milk in the morning.
Nice, bossy.
My name's Aretha. Thank you very much. Wild cows.
What's this place?
I don't know. M-U-R-K-S, Merck's.
Must be the mausoleum where the Merckx family is in.
Merck's
Yeah,
and
let's have a
Merck's.
look.
No, Terry.
Why not?
We're not on a fossil hunt. We're supposed to be looking for a murderer.
Afraid of skeletons, eh? Coward, I don't see how you ever became a nurse.
Well, I can't help it if I'm allergic to them. I don't even like a skeleton
Right.
key.
This is the movie that Metallica got its idea for its album cover. Eat at Joe's. Oh. When she's 64.
That one's empty.
Blank Mercs.
So's that one.
Well, there's room for another gruesome twosome. Uh-oh.
They're so flippant.
Somebody's been in here, and recently. Look at those footprints in the dust.
Well, I'm not anxious to put mine alongside of them. Let's go.
I was about to see the shoes going up the wall.
1987, 1941.
It was Spider-Man. Yeah. I can't see it. Perfect.
What are you gonna do?
Well, as long as we've come this far, I'm going to say hello to Mr. Merks.
Well, you can say hello, but I'm saying goodbye. Terry, Terry, Terry!
Why, that veil's very becoming to you.
Oh, take it off!
I'm afraid of a few cobwebs.
That's what she didn't say.
It's the spider's ear.
There, that's the best I can do. Now, look, hold this, will you? And stay put.
You know, if you never actually get to see the movie, you can't really have a very good opinion of it. Therefore, you know. Back in my day, we didn't actually see the movies we went to see. We heard them and we liked it.
Broken his lease. Susan, do you suppose it's possible that Merks isn't really dead?
How could that be? We saw the record.
Maybe Dr. Maynard was mistaken. Say, for example, that Merks was in a sort of a cataleptic state, which only simulated death. It's happened before, you know.
But the embalming was...
How do you know he was embalmed? His brother claimed the body. He might have been in on the deception.
The first thing you know, you'll be saying he's a zombie.
Well, there aren't supposed to be such things.
Terry, the door.
And by zombie, we mean whatever we mean.
Somebody's got us right where they want us.
Now, don't let your imagination run away with you. After all, doors have closed by themselves.
Well, it doesn't take any imagination. No, we're going to suffocate unless we get out of this place in a hurry.
Will you please stop talking? You're burning up
You know,
all
the Scooby Gang would have figured this thing out a long time ago. What the hell is a doctor doing with a gun in the middle of a cemetery?
Thought maybe I could shoot the lock off.
What's next, Mr. Detective? Oh, do you realize now you didn't miss your calling?
Go ahead. I deserve it for dragging you into this. But believe me, if we get out of this, we're going to make a beeline for home. Yeah.
Don't bother showing us whatever you're doing. I'm sure it's not important to the plot. Okay. They broke into a mausoleum. Now they're destroying property.
Now let's play B and buzz away from here.
What do you mean? Quit now?
I certainly do.
We're just getting warmed up.
Well, I don't care to get any warmer. I've had enough for one night. I'm not going another step. This was your idea in the first place.
You just left her there?
Terry, wait for me!
Spoiler, he waited for her. Damn. The old Granville house.
Here, hold this, Susan.
Valley of Zombies. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll get a new prescription glasses. Oh yeah. Don't extend. Oh yeah.
No, it's no use. I've got to get something to pry with. Hey.
There are none. See? It's right. Magic 8-Ball is right.
I've got a feeling somebody opened it. A cold, clammy feeling.
If I had your imagination, I'd write stories.
And if I had your nerve, I'd head for that front gate by myself and not wait for you.
All right.
Ooh. Yeah, they're definitely marriage material to somebody else.
This must have been some sort of a reception room.
Yeah. I wonder what kind of business Merckx was in.
In the movie, the dark half was brighter than this. I'd be lighting every candle, you know?
Empty.
What do I smell? Disinfectant?
Formaldehyde.
Embalming fluid.
Could be. Locked.
It is. It's noir.
Also locked.
Well, this one isn't, and I'm keeping it open.
Here's the answer to the business he was in.
Yes, the movie just, you know, conserve the candles too. Yes.
An undertaking establishment.
So Merckx was an undertaker, huh?
This place gives me the creeps. Please, Terry, let's go before I become a fit subject for one of those pine boxes myself.
Yep, you'll never see. It's like going to the planetarium.
It's Dr. Garland.
I'm dead now.
That explains the smell of the embalming fluid.
This is horrible, Terry.
Yeah, it's time we call the police.
It's overtime. Come on.
It's time we call the police. Trick or treat for UNICEF. Oh, sorry.
Terry, are you hurt?
No, not much.
Just my
Why
pride?
don't you get up?
No.
I'm looking for my gun and flashlight. Help me find them.
Oh, never mind them. Let's find the police.
Police. Police. No? What, how you call him? It works for Leroy. Not often, but sometimes.
You administer the anesthetic when I grab him.
Oh, can't we just run?
They're going to grab one of the policemen. I'm calling it.
Get ready. Nice work, nurse. Now we'll have a look at him.
It's Blair, the detective.
Where did he come from?
Called it.
Yeah, you two get around, don't you? Who is it this time? Blair. Keep him covered, Tiny.
He's only been knocked unconscious.
It's Hendricks, Blair. You're okay.
Did you get his number?
Nobody ran over you.
I hope
We're
never.
full-cocked with a club.
Because if they do show up, we'll never see them.
Caught up with you.
Won't be able to see him at all.
And are we glad? You're just the men we want to see.
I didn't get that impression over at Clark
They
Drive.
could be in this
Clark
movie.
Drive.
We just will
I'm
never
not
know.
innocent. You two knew that we were tailing you, and you gave us the slip. It was only a lucky break when we found your car over at the gas station.
Why, that's ridiculous. We didn't know you were...
We can argue about that later, Susan. Right now, there are more important things. Do you know who we found in the house?
No, but do you know who we found in your car over at the gas station?
Uh-oh.
The station attendant. And dead.
Dead?
Ooh.
Yes, and embalmed. Now, who did you find?
Dr. Garland in the same condition.
Tiny. Call up the gas station, tell them to send over the other
Tiny?
police car.
Oh.
You two show us Dr. Garland.
Yeah, they're just in the background. They're behind a tree. They're just like, is the camera off yet?
Calling car 63. 63. Calling car 63.
63 answering. Can't you hear me?
I can now. This transmitting button sticks. We picked up the guy and the girl over at the old house near the graveyard. Blair said for you to come over as soon as you can, okay?
Just shake it more. Yeah,
This thing is
that'll
stuck for sure
fix
now.
it.
If any calls comes from headquarters, be sure and take them down. You can't do nothing but broadcast on this set.
Well, it's a nice fixer-upper.
Nice, cozy little hideout you've got here.
It's not our hideout. Tonight's the first time we ever saw the place, and I wish I couldn't even say that.
This was the embalming.
He's gone.
The body's right there.
Right way.
Well, it was right there not 10 minutes ago.
Well, maybe he got tired of waiting and went out to get a short beer.
This is no gag.
Merks must have taken it away.
Merks?
Merks.
Who's Merks? He's an insane man, criminally insane. This is his place.
We learned about him from Dr. Maynard's records. We think he's the one who's been committing all the murders.
Yeah, go on.
He died 4 years ago at the Brookdale Mental Institute.
He died.
Uh-huh.
He died 4 years ago.
She means he died according to the records, but he's not really dead because his coffin's empty. Look, I know this sounds crazy, but...
Oh, no. It's perfectly logical.
Uh-huh.
He died 4 years ago.
Yeah,
He's
Alex.
not really dead.
Thank you, sir.
Because his coffin is empty.
That's right.
Just a minute. Or so help me, I know one crazy guy there won't be any doubt about.
His coffin's in the mausoleum right now. If you'll go out there with me, I'll prove it to you.
I've always been a sucker for a sleigh ride. Let's go. Wait a minute. Hey, Tiny, you stay here with her and put the bracelets on her so she won't start...
Oh, Tiny's gonna make some moves here. Oh, yeah. Oh, whoa. We're
Really
jumping ahead.
unnecessary, you know. I wouldn't try to get out of your sight in this place for a dozen pair of nylons.
I'm just carrying out orders, lady.
I've seen that guy before. I think he was in a couple other serials that we've seen. I'd pick up the beat maybe a little bit more, you know?
Who's upstairs?
I wish I didn't know.
Maybe 80 beats per minute instead of 60, you know? Something you can dance to.
He's coming down the back stairs.
Well, she came in through the bathroom window.
He's in the embalming room.
Is this joint haunted?
What he lacks in smarts, Tiny has in spades with matches. I think this movie has really low self-esteem,
Come out
you know?
behind that screen. Come on. Oh, you won't, eh?
Did you get him?
Yes, I got him.
No, Tiny, no.
I'm afraid your liberty is rather restricted without this key.
He's as menacing as a bank manager. And she's dead.
I thought you said this coffin was empty.
Well, it is. I mean, it was. Well, anyhow, that's not Mertz, it's Dr. Garland.
Dr. Garland.
You
Dark hair,
killed
dark
him.
clothes, white shirt, blue tie, black.
Short skirt, long
think it is.
jacket.
Let's get back to the house.
Making popcorn.
We'll throw a police cordon out and comb the place with a fine-tooth comb. Where's Tiny?
Where's Susan?
Hey, Tiny, where are you?
Susan! What's that?
Oh.
What's the matter with you?
I heard a noise in there. I thought he was hiding behind a screen. He was behind a coffin.
Where's Miss Drake?
She's handcuffed to that cabinet over there.
Mertz, we've got to find him
We'll
before...
search the house.
No,
first.
she's not.
Wait. That's my car.
Be careful, he's got my gun.
Oh, you'd be a whole lot worried than that if you lost your gun. You'd pretty much lose your badge, too. But no, this is a comedy.
There it goes.
Here, someone stole my car. Go and get him.
They
have their lights on?
Yes.
I don't see their tail light in front of us. Which way?
It's anybody's guess.
Oh, maybe they didn't even come this far. They might
This
have
is
pulled
the
off the road
B
and
squad.
I
These
know
are the
how to find out.
part-timers, man.
Their radio's gone haywire and they're broadcasting all the time. We can pick them up on this one.
Nice dial, though.
That's their motor and they're not standing still.
Now, if we could just tell which road they're on.
Yeah, that's where we're stymied.
What's that?
I'll go with a bell.
Sounds like a railroad crossing bell.
It is. Hear the train?
Yeah.
They're on Clark Drive. Step on it.
Brian Eno music.
What could be making that noise?
Some kind of interference.
It could be that big electric power station on Valley Drive.
So the Valley Drive with the zombies. Once again, no Valley, no zombies. Double thumbs up.
So good.
Yeah, but we haven't gained on them very much. That's what I was afraid of. He's in the downtown traffic.
Damn downtown traffic.
No chance of telling what street he's on now.
But that's the tower clock on the terminal building. And he stopped his motor.
He's going back to your office.
Midnight in the city of wherever this is. No, Alex, like I said, it's kind of a misnomer. There is no valley and there are no zombies at all.
You stay here. Joe, you come with us and watch the front.
It's like calling the movie The Kingdom of the Robots when there's no kingdom, just like a trailer park and no robots, but there's a toaster somewhere in the scene. So yeah, if there were any zombies, like Betty just said, we wouldn't be able to see them anyway. Yeah, and what Carol said too. Yeah, we can't. This is the most light we've had the whole time.
Have you gone mad?
Drop those guns.
Uh-oh.
Drop them.
That was fast.
Mad because she helps me?
Gets all the
my dear
chicks.
Doctor, she's not mad. Unfortunately, some of my recent blood donors have been the wrong type. So I had to take advantage of your facilities. And
Oh,
your
you didn't
nurse very
flush, did you?
kindly assisted me. Now, if you gentlemen will step to one side, we will take our departure.
You mean leave?
Thank you. After you, my dear.
Trip him as he's going out.
Susan! Save your breath, Doctor. She's no longer your nurse. She's mine.
Maybe, I don't know, punch him when he's not. Yeah. Oh, he's dead now. So he's stealing people's blood. He's not going to kill them in cold. Like, just shoot him when you have the chance.
He's headed for the roof.
I'll go up the stairs.
Wow. I'll go up.
No!
Susan! Susan, what's the matter with you?
She's hypnotized, Doctor. And she's going to stay that way. As for you, let her have that gun. Now, my dear, you may shoot him.
She's been faking it the whole time. Down he goes. Which way? Forward or backward? Backwards.
Susan. Susan.
Terry,
You're all right now, darling.
I feel like I've been dreaming.
Well, I'm glad you woke up when you did.
We've all been like that way because it's been so dark. We've had our eyes closed for the last hour.
Zombie? Oh!
Again, no valleys, no zombies. Wunderbar.